A memorandum of understanding has been signed Monday between Standard Chartered Vietnam and Vietnam Securities Depository. Our reporter Minh Kong will give you the details.
Well, Standard Chartered Bank Vietnam and Vietnam Securities Depository today signed a Memorandum of Understanding. The signing of the Memorandum of Understanding took place at the headquarters of Vietnam's Ministry of Finance. This Memorandum of Understanding is aimed to promote the development of financial services industry, particularly the fund industry in Vietnam. Under the deal, Standard Chartered will provide technical and consulting services to help Vietnam Securities Depository develop transfer agency service to open-end fund in Vietnam.
Today it is a huge pleasure for Standard Chartered Bank again to be here to sign a Memorandum of Understanding on a subject so clearly in line with our promise to be here for good in Vietnam. This Memorandum of Understanding between Vietnam Securities Depository and Standard Chartered Bank will create the framework for these open-ended funds to actually become a reality.
And to have more insight, we have had an interview with Harun Anwar, Country Head Transaction Banking of Standard Chartered Bank. Mr. Harun, thank you for joining us today. And today the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding between the Vietnam Securities Depository and the Standard Chartered has taken place. So what is the scope of Standard Chartered through the Memorandum of Understanding?
Standard Chartered, as you know, is an international bank and present in over 70 countries, specifically more in Asia, Middle East and Africa. So in these markets, we have acquired a lot of experience and expertise working with different organizations, developing, promoting and expanding these kind of activities to institutions and individuals. Vietnam is growing rapidly, and as new circulars come out, new frameworks are created, it gives us an opportunity to work with institutions such as VSD to help bring those international practices into Vietnam and play a part in promoting the growth of the Vietnam economy.
And through the Memorandum of Understanding, Standard Chartered will provide technical and consulting service for the Vietnam Securities Depository to develop the transfer agency services. So what are the advantages of the transfer agency services?
All right, so very good question. Now, Vietnam Securities Depository, as of today, provides a number of services on the equity side or the stock market side. It positions them well. The circular allows them to develop transfer agency services. Now, what transfer agency services are to act on behalf of the fund management companies to record on who the investors are, help with the subscriptions, redemptions, and transfer of the shares. This is the predominantly part, the investments, the unit funds. Now, in addition to that, there's also a lot of activity on how much has been redeemed, what is the kind of reporting required with it, a certain amount of compliance to make sure that we have the right people investing. So all of those activities which are required for a smooth functioning of the market are the activities that are covered under transfer agency. And the experience our organization can bring to Vietnam is more specifically on how to get those things aligned so things happen fast, things happen correctly, and it gives a good experience to the investors in this market.
Yeah, and what is your opinion about the financial service industry in Vietnam, and particularly the fund industry?
It's a young industry. It's growing. We need to play a part in helping the fund industry grow. There are some very good players in the market, some international companies with a lot of experience who are working in close association with local fund management companies, and to help this young market, young promising market, we want to be there to help in that growth. I think Vietnam is embarking on a journey that will have this country growing and blossoming as more and more investments come in, and creating the right environment to attract the funds is critical to the success of Vietnam.
That's all for our interview today, and again, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.